me start with, instead of, the webinar isn't started. Instead of making you, bored, let's have some uh, just interesting subject. Okay. Act as a Revit Dynamo expert. Can you explain me how can you help me in my routine tasks if I am a if I'm let's go with who is the first one who texted it? Mokshesh. If I'm a BIM manager. If I'm a BIM manager. Okay, actor sort of a Dynamo expert. Can you explain me? Can you explain routine tasks? Okay, fine. Let me see. Batch processing, data extraction, reporting, model validation, customized workflows, parameter management, family and template standardization, coordination. I'm muting everyone. Okay, coordination and clash detection, running and support. Okay, so batch processing. I can create Dynamo graphs to perform batch processing tasks, such as updating parameters, modifying. So all these tasks are part of a BIM manager role, isn't it, Mokshesh? Isn't it, Mokshesh?
Obviously, this all task are we are doing.
You guys are doing. Okay, let me refine it more clearly. Let me refine it. Okay. Can you help me out? Can you help me in understanding the first point? Can you help me understand the first point and give me some examples? Give me some examples. How do you help me? Examples. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. The first one, it is giving you like, okay, fine. Actually, I'm in a wrong place. Let me ask the same question again because I have written some custom instructions here. I've written some custom instructions. Okay, based on the custom instructions, your ChatGPT will be giving you the answers. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to share you the custom instructions by the end of the training if you don't quit in the middle. Okay, so let me log out and log in with another account. Okay, where I didn't write any custom instructions. So let me ask the same question. Can you help me? Oh, is it? Okay. Act as a Revit Dynamo expert. I'm supposed to copy this. Act as a Revit Dynamo expert. Can you list me out? Can you help me understanding? How do you help me in my routine test? Let's see. If I'm a BIM manager, I'm sorry. If I'm a BIM manager, I am BIM manager. Okay, I'm just asking. Same thing. Okay, some quality control and validation. Okay, template and standards creation. Okay, so this is helping. Okay, fine. I think this is cool somehow. Let's say go with the fifth topic now. Control V, can you help me in understanding the fifth point? Fifth point, which is complicated. Let's go with that. Okay. So template and standards creation. Give me some examples. Let me see how it works. Standardized title blocks, okay, model setup, parameter configuration, family library management, template validation, annotation standards. Okay, fine. Just list me out only the titles. Just only the titles. At list 20. Okay, fine. I think it's the 20 is a default number. Just list me out the titles. The same thing. Okay. At least 20 tasks. If you are a BIM manager, so it's giving you some set of tasks. I mean, you can ask it clearly. I mean, can you explain the second point? I mean, if that shows again some other, five different points, and you can ask the fifth point again like that. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Can't you hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Oh, and
Yes, it's clear.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes.
okay, okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the way we generally ask the chat GPT how it helps me. For example, instead of a BIM manager, if I'm a coordinator, okay, if you are a BIM coordinator, let's say ask in terms of like BIM coordinator. I think too many responses. That's the reason ChatGPT isn't responding. Control C, Control Shift Tab. Only for these reason, actually, we are offering uh, like on our own server, we are developing for our students where everyone can interact. For example, if there are 20 to 30 students on a batch, so we are adding them into one common platform. Okay, so we are developing it. So where you don't face any such issues like this. Should not, I don't know the reason. Okay, fine. So anyways, let's see. I mean, we just have to wait, leave it for some time, then it starts working. Okay. So, well, it's already 8:30. Um, shall we proceed? Or anyone have any questions to ask before we start? Anyone have any questions to ask before we start? Raj Kumaran,
No, please continue.
please maximize your screen. Okay, fine. If you guys join from a laptop and if the if my screen is not completely in full, so you just have to turn off the participants here. So you have like a participants here, right? So drag this towards up, okay, into the upward direction, then you may see the complete screen. Okay. If you turn off the attendance, then you may see the full screen. Okay, do it. Fine. So, why we are today here? It's because of we are offering a training services. Since like we are an automation company, so we have developed a lot of add-ins and customized Dynamo scripts for like consultants, contractors. Okay, not everyone who is in BIM industry, not only into the Revit product and some other products like Civil 3D, like some other like Tekla and different. Okay, so I'm a director of this company, and of course I'm going to be your tutor for this automation training. Okay, because I want you to step like a baby, like a baby. Okay, because it's my responsibility as promised during I think if you have texted me personally, I mean on my WhatsApp, uh, I mean for any training request, then I have sent I may have sent you some details, and as promised in that details are provided. So I'm going to treat you like like a newborn baby, simply. Okay, there is no other way I can explain you. Okay, the way we train on the automation concepts, it's like completely like a spoon feeding. It's completely like a spoon feeding. Okay. So I'm having total 7 years of experience in this automation and BIM. Like I have total 15 years of experience. And my coding journey started like long back in 2000, not even 2019, 99, around like 2000 itself. It's been almost 23 years for me. Okay, so well, I'm good in most of the programming languages, including the web designing as well. Okay, so forget about mine, and I'm gonna be your tutor, who teach and who, I mean, the biggest responsibility to make you confident on your own scripts, writing your own scripts within no time. No time in the sense not 6 months or a 1 year, just a 3 days. I'm not at all joking. Just 3 days. You're clear again. Just within the 3 days of time span, like I'm gonna make you expert for sure. Not forget about the expert. At least you should come out from the fear, which is running in the BIM industry. Also, the people saying, "Arey, automation is very tough. You have to be good in that. This, uh, you have to learn some programming languages and lot." Okay, so to be frank, you don't need to be good in any coding language. Okay, the first thing. And most of the people like who texted me, Rajesh, I'm from engineering, mechanical engineering background, and my company is about to start a team who knows good in coding, and they're like preparing a KME team. So knowledge matter experts. Okay, so KME team and subject matter expert like SME team and or else BIM automation team. So BIM implementation and automation experts team. So they are, because I used to be there in most of the companies in the different teams. Okay. So where I have created an opportunity to create, I mean, well, talk to the higher officials to start something to bring more production into the projects for the projects. Okay, so I was there, like and most of the companies I can show you later. Okay, fine. So the first common thing asked by everyone is this easy to learn. I don't know how many of you have the question in this mind and got tried before and unfortunately like quit in the mid, because when you start something, the people around you may start pulling you out by disappointing you or something. Don't listen to them. Okay, or else not anyone. If you have seen some videos or you have downloaded some script and which looks really crazy and they're trying to scare you. Okay, so that scripts are trying to scare you when, I mean, okay, that's a reason. Second thing, when you have downloaded some scripts and executed, class, your Revit isn't not opening properly, and something had disturbed, unknowingly you have disturbed your Revit project. So who will be responsible for it? So these kind of fear will not allow you to learn in a direction. Understand? So I'm here to teach you everything in a in a in a clean way. Okay, the only reason the people are not interested to upskill themselves, the first thing, the trainers. Seriously, I'm telling you because I'm having like very bad experience with my trainers. Okay, and still I'm having, because even though I teach you, but still I'm learning some advanced concepts like AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, some of the different programmings with, like now we recently enter into the AI intelligence. We started a new company called AI Labs, Artificial Intelligence Labs. Okay. So for that, again, we have to learn some different coding languages to build some SaaS product. So now I'm stepping into it. Now I'm learning a different language. Still, I'm facing some most of the issues with my trainers because they're capable to answer few and they're not friendly to answer you and they don't have a patience to listen. and they don't explain the concepts clearly, and they don't give you the right examples. If you don't understand one, they'll stop at the first example, and they keep on continue without giving you the second example. Nothing. Seriously. So this is the problem with the tutors. But when it compared to me, I'm out of it completely. You guys never face such an issue with me during the training, even after the training as well. And it's my promise. And I'm really promising you, because it's my own company. I don't want you, I don't want to put my company branding, down at all. Okay. So I will be more like patient to, clear your queries. Until unless you understand the concept, I'll keep on giving you the examples. Until unless you say, Are Baba, I understand completely. Everyone say, Baba, I understand clearly. Please, you step into the next topic, then I'll get into the next one. Okay. So that's the way I train the people. And the people who are the trainers in a company, BIM or Private Limited. So they'll be more flexible with tutors. They're exactly like me. Okay. If he's not like me, he's going to quit for sure. Okay. So that's how it is. Okay. Well, we developed almost like 250 plus add-ins, and Dynamo scripts are completely unlimited. We don't know how many scripts we have created as well. Okay. Fine. The first question is easy to learn? Yes or no? Is the Dynamo easy to learn? I'm just asking you, because like we have a 1.5 hour time. The first 45 minutes will be explain you how the career would be, and then the 45 minutes, as promised, I'm gonna make this session productive for you. Please don't leave, okay? And by the end of it, I'm gonna show you some important tips which you can start playing yourself. Understand? Okay? Don't leave this meeting till till it ends. Okay? Good. So is this easy to learn? Is this Dynamo easy to learn? Sir, I'm not audible. Sure, Khan. Are you sure? Because um, I think I'm audible.
I don't think so easy to learn.
Okay, so I'm audible. Yeah, good. So how many of you say like it is easy, and how many of you say it's no? Just reply in the chat box. You don't need to even unmute your mic. Easy to learn. Very good. Rupa, no, it's not. Oh, I think you have a very bad experience with Rupa. Good. Good. Okay, Rupa is my target then. Okay. So to be frank, uh, the people who don't have a coding experience and they hate coding, to be frank, but still I make them fall in love with this coding. Understand? Okay. Because you are not going to, write any single line of a code in the Dynamo training. And is a Dynamo advanced tool? Do you think the Dynamo is an advanced tool? Is Dynamo an advanced tool? Hmm? Is it? So people are saying yes, yes, yes. My answer is no. My answer is no, because it is an outdated tool. You guys are stepping into this thing very late, because now the companies have started looking for the people who knows advanced Dynamo, which is called Revit API. I hope you heard about uh, this word before, like it's a Revit API. So in Revit API, again, we have two different things. Okay, I'm going to show you. So Revit API is nothing but like the way you understand the code of the Revit application. Simple. If you understand the code of how, yes, exactly how it is written, then it's called Revit API. Okay. So it is very, very easy to learn. The Dynamo is very easy to learn. My first answer. The reason it is not a programming tool. It is I'm sorry, it is a visual programming tool. It's a visual programming tool. It's not at all a programming tool. It's not a it's not a programming tool. Okay, so what do you mean by visual programming in the sense? If you create, like 10 lines of a code to draw a wall, that's called programming. If you are using someone's code to create a wall with the help of, understanding the the script name, the file name. So there are some file name, like, for example, I have created a script, draw wall. So you have seen that, okay, to draw a wall, I think I need this script. So you just opened it and you understand what that is exactly expecting. You have connected such inputs. Like I want to draw a wall on the level one. So that is an input. I want to draw this kind of a wall type. So that is an input. So I want to draw a wall with 4,000 height. That is an input. So you can able to understand such inputs. Okay, understanding the inputs is secondary. How do you connect it is the primary. Got it. So understanding the inputs, first you have to find an input. Once you find the input, then how do you connect that? How do you connect that into the particular nodes? So there are few steps you must have to follow. Okay. So that will be a visual programming tool. Like, let me show you some visual programming tools. Visual programming tools. Okay, let's say go for images. Okay, so this is one of the visual programming tool. Open image in new tab. You can see this. So this is a block, and this is another block. This is another block. So you are not the owner of this block. You are not the owner of this block. You are not the owner of this block. You're not the owner of any of the block here. But still, you can automate something. You can play with these blocks by understanding the inputs. Okay, so this is called a visual programming. So you can visualize something and you can program it, and you can create some programs without any coding experience. Okay, so we have that future in Revit as well, and that tool name is called a Dynamo. The tool is called Dynamo. Hope everyone knows it, and somebody have already had some experiences, either positive experience or negative experiences. Okay, and someone been trying to learn from past 1 year or 2 years. Okay, but still they're not confident. Okay, so how do I, for example, if I type a wall, so it's giving me wall opening, curves to walls, wall types. Okay, I'm having something here. So curves to walls. Okay, what is this curves to walls? Okay, if I connect a line and if I connect a height and if I connect a particular wall type and if I specify the level, it will create a wall. So the output will be a wall. So this is the file name, the one who developed, the developer who developed it, and he named it very easily to understand. It's like a curves to walls. Curves to walls, and it is expecting the lines to be connected. So how do you exactly connect the lines? How do you connect the height? How do you connect the wall type? So how do you connect the level? So you have understood the first thing here. It's a first one, and this is inputs are the second one, and output, which is like a third one. Output is the third one. Okay, so if you understood the first, second, and third, you can automate something. Is it clear? So to go with this, there are few set of concepts, because I know you guys have someone of you have seen some YouTube videos, or else you bought some courses like learn Dynamo in 3 hours, learn Dynamo in 1 hour. Array, how come it is? I'll generally explain a concept for like 2 to 3 years. How can you learn the complete Dynamo in just 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 years? Do you understand? Okay, generally there are 15 concepts out there. There are 15 concepts, like 15 to 20. We have added recently a few more. So if you are good in that key concepts, you no need assistance at all. Do you understand? You don't need to watch a YouTube video, you don't need to look into any someone's script. You don't need to steal someone code. Nothing doing. Seriously. Okay. So which helps you? The first thing is like the direction. The way you have to learn, it should be in a proper direction. If you're learning something in that direction, you will be a expert for sure. The most of the people what they're doing, there is a very villainy concept called lacing in Dynamo. Okay, someone explained this video, I mean someone made this video and you guys started looking into this and feel, Are, this is very complicated to understand. You have to cover few more concepts before the leasing. You don't see that, okay, because you don't know what to exactly follow. So you have seen this leasing concept and you decided, okay, this is very complicated to learn. So someone have seen the concept called data types. Data types. This is the very basic. And they've seen that and realized, okay, this is a data types. Array Dynamo is very easy and data types. I mean, I can't do more than this. So they realize, okay, the Dynamo. They started blaming Array Dynamo can't do more than this after watching the session. Why don't you go deeper into it? So of course, Dynamo have some limitations. Understand, Dynamo have some limitations. You are not looking into into a stepwise. If there are 15 steps, you have to cross first step and then second step, then third step. But most of even I used to do the same. Even I'm still doing the same. Okay, so like when I see the for the first time, I'll ask my tutor, are we on a track? Are we on a track? Are we on a track? I mean, this looks like an advanced concept. Are you sure? Are we into this? Because some of the key concepts haven't covered it. Because I'm a trainer, I know like what to ask and how to ask exactly. Okay, so then I'll stop the tutor for some time and please can you please cover this topic and then step into that next. So this is the way. If you don't know a person uh, who is, I mean, if you realize like if you have seen whatever, I mean, if you decide yourself this is correct, whatever you're saying, then it's not true. Okay, so let's try to understand. The direction is very important. I'm there to teach you everything, and until unless I place you in such a good companies with the best packages, I will be keep in touch with you. Even if it's a 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, whatever. Do you understand? Okay. So we have a good demand in automation, guys. Please step into it. Seriously, I'm telling you. Like 4 or 5 years ago, no one was Revit. No one knows Revit. The companies used to fight for a guy who knows just a name Revit. Are you know Revit, you know how to open a Revit, right? You just come and join my company. I'll pay you 40,000, 50,000. Come. They don't, he doesn't know anything like about like how to create a view template as well. Do you understand? This is how I have seen, we have interviewed a lot of, I was act like an assistant BIM manager for a company and we have interviewed the people who were just like having basic idea for the Revit. But now it's very hard to step into a BIM modeler position, even though you have an Autodesk certification. This is what happening now. My brother is an Autodesk certified and he's been waiting for past 3-4 months. Seriously, to step into it. Do you understand? That is how it is. He got recently selected for a company. I mean, we recently opened some internship program. He got selected over there. The way they ask the questions, it's really tough. Okay, even in that examination also they have added like dynamo question, the dynamo questionnaire. Of course, that's very basic, but still they've asked for it. So this is how it is. Okay, if you are a manager or a coordinator, trust me, without automation, you cannot proceed further because now the companies are becoming more smart. Okay, the company is becoming more smart. Like we have recently we have recently taken a webinar. Like I've recently taken a webinar. I mean, I and like two more people on three different areas, only for managers, only for the managers. The way we discuss it's completely their expectations are completely different. to hire a 2 years, 3 years experience modeler. Do you understand? So they are asking even automation because they understand what's the power of automation on how many hours it's going to be saved. The managers or the company owners will always think if there is a project quoted for like 6 months, how can we finish the 6 months project in like 3 months? That's the target. This is the target. Okay. So that's how it is. Okay. Fine. So is this easy to learn? It's exactly. But do you need any coding experience? Do you need any coding experience? This just now I answered. Do we need any coding experience? No. Correct. So first come out of that mind like you don't need any coding experience at all. If you're not aware of coding, still that's fine. Still that's fine. Okay. If you are aware of some sort of coding or like a basics, that is also fine. If you're completely zero, that is also fine. I mean, it will be very tough. I mean, if you step into the advanced concepts, but not in the level 1 stage. Okay. So why this is not complicated? The reason we have three different kind of uh, uh, languages, guys. Of course, it's only one language. We have segregated into three different ways. Okay, for your understanding, there is a no code, low code, and full code. So what do you mean by no code and low code and full code? No code in the sense you don't write a code at all. You don't write a code at all completely, okay? Because someone has already written some scripts. There are 2 lakh scripts are ready to use. There are 2 lakh scripts are ready to use. So if you know how to read it, how to customize it, and how to reskin it, then you're perfect. Do you understand? I mean, where I can see the 2 lakh scripts, let me show you. So if you think I'm wrong, there's a website called dynamopackages.com. Dynamopackages.com. See, there are total 2070 packages. Packages are nothing but like folders. Packages are nothing but like a folders. And others are nothing but like developers. There are total 1318 developers. This is legally, but illegally there are many. You can calculate at least into 8 to 10 times. So there are 10,000 developers. Let's assume like there are 10,000 developers developed like 2070 folders. Okay, so 2000 in each folder you can consider at least on an average 100 scripts. 100 scripts. It means you have around 2,07,000 scripts are ready to use. 2,07,000 scripts are ready to use. In some folders you have more than 1,000 also. In some folders you have more than 500 also. In some folders you have like 10 to 15 between. But still, on an average, you can consider it's like a 2 lakh scripts are ready to use. Of course, you don't install and don't play with all the 2 lakh scripts. But out of this 2,000, I mean, 2 lakh, you have to segregate like, I mean, if I'm an architect, you have a 20,000 nodes out there. If you're like a structural guy, you have a 20,000 nodes. If you're a mechanical, like you have a 20,000 nodes out there. Whatever. Script or, I mean, nodes only, I'm pronouncing it like a script. Okay. So, electrical, plumbing, coordination, documentation, okay, for rendering, for like any kind of stuff. There are different. Okay. So there are different folders. In total, you have 2 lakhs that's ready to use. If you know how to use it, then you can play like anything. So that I'm gonna teach you in our training, guys. That I'm gonna teach you in our training. Okay, clear? Is it clear? So how to read it and how to customize it and how to reskin it. So I'm going to teach you every single thing. And now, just a second, I'm getting a call. I think everyone got the meeting link. Still, a few people are texting me. Okay, fine. So, how to use those 2 lakh scripts? That is a challenge, and I'm going to take care of it completely. Okay, so you completely relax when you're into the training. The reason we called everyone because for everyone there is a doubt. Can I handle it? And I can't take a call for like 30 minutes or 45 minutes for every single person. That is the reason we have called everyone and conducting the webinar. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, well, what is low code and what is a full code? Full code is nothing but like a Python. Okay, we have two kind of a scriptings again, like Python scripting and C# scripting. Okay, so what do you mean by Python and what do you mean by C#? Do we use Dynamo do we use C# in the Dynamo? Actually, no. Okay, so if you are an advanced user of a Dynamo, then you have another scripting called Python. You can write a Python code in the Dynamo. You can write a C# code in Dynamo. There is a different platform for it. Okay, I'm going to explain everything. Okay, so but I've told you like just a few minutes before, there is a concept called Revit API. So Revit API with two things are there: Revit API with Python and Revit API with the C#. Even if you ask ChatGPT, which is the complicated language, is it a Revit API with Python or Revit API with the C#, it promptly answers you it's with Python, because you and your kids join this course at the same time. You both will be more friendly with the Python. You understand? So it's like a very children's mindset. The Python is more easy. You understand? Even your kids can able to understand faster than you. So that easy Python is. But Revit has developed in C sharp. But how the Python understand the Revit C sharp code? That is the magic. So that's called translator. Okay. So the Python Revit API with Python, it's like a translator. It's like a translator. You're not born in Spain, but if you're learning Spanish, it means like you are a translator. You're a Spanish translator. Do you understand? So if you're born there, then the accent will be completely different. Okay. So then you will be calling it's like a so this is like a Spain born guy, and this is like a the person who learned Spanish. Simple difference. Okay, it's like a translator. So translator can't translate every single thing. Seriously, can't translate. So there are some limitations. So to break through the limitations, you have to go with the Revit API with C sharp. I think this explanation is very clear to everyone. Okay, so there are three things. One is no code, and second one is like full code. The what is the low code here? I didn't understand low code. It looks like a code, but it is not code at all. We generally call it as a design scripting, which is especially designed for the Revit and Dynamo. It is not a C language. It is not a C++, not a Python or not a C sharp thing. But after Dynamo, you have to get into the design scripting to understand and to make more familiar with Python scripting. So once you started playing with the Python scripting, then this will help you to understand the Iron Python. It's a different Python again, Iron Python. It's the same, but the syntax will be different, Iron Python. And then it's to the C sharp to create an add-ins. So this is where we are now. And even not here, we are developing the complete building with the help of artificial intelligence. And I'm asking ChatGPT to write a C sharp code which understand the CAD layout, and draw the walls. Right. I think just a few minutes before, like before you join this, I have shared some videos on the WhatsApp group. The ideas, the videos, okay, what the add-ins we made, the complete base and the logic have been taken from the Dynamo only. Okay. Beyond than that, like you can go. If you have implemented some advanced concepts into it, you can get into it. Okay. So I'll show you what is a no code and low code in a couple of time. Okay. So today. Okay. So how do you start with? Is there any process, Rajesh, like to start with? Yes. Okay. So this is the way. I have kept a poll in WhatsApp that group as well. So which is the standard method to learn something here. Why it is out? Yeah. Okay. So this is the first place. You have to start with the dynamic, and then you have to decide whether if you're an architectural guy or a structural guy or MEP model, or are you an MEP, or do you need the scripts for the like modeling or doing coordination, or if you're a like quantity surveyor or a manager, how do you help, how to use the Dynamo help for the documentation, the building or infra or tunnel or roads or bridges, whatever it is, everything. How do you help me? You can ask, I'm going to show you assistant for you, unpaid assistant. You don't need to pay, you don't need to pay him. Okay, I'll show you that. So after this, Python, Iron Python, Revit API with Iron Python. So this is the journey you're supposed to start. Uh, let me to be frank, I'm guiding you, but I was done a lot of mistakes. I did a lot of mistakes. Okay, what was that? So I joined when I started learning Dynamo. Someone suggested me you have to learn C sharp. Then I joined C sharp and I couldn't understand anything, and I don't know where to implement it as well. I couldn't able to draw a single cable tray since I'm from electrical guy. No, I couldn't automate anything. Then I asked my feedback. They said they refused it, and then decided, okay, if you are they understood my requirements and I've explained this is the way, this is the way. So they have done, the trainer have done some research and then explained me this is the way you're supposed to go with. I mean, first come and learn the Python, then just check because you have a Python interface inside your tool, then you can try with that. So even that trainer is not good in teaching the Python. So after that, I joined another Python training institute, and then still I'm not happy with that. Then again, I dedicatedly found a person who is having the BIM experience with the coding experience from the Denmark, and I have this is the way my journey starts. Don't do such mistakes ever. Don't do such mistakes ever, because if somebody said like you learn Python to go and automate Dynamo, you directly go and join the institutes like a Data Pro, CAD Center, Kalas. Simple. So after you finish the training, you going to create a web pages or what? You are playing with the Revit application, not with any Google Chrome, nothing. Okay. So you can't automate anything with that because their database, the modules they teach, it's completely different. It's not a piece of cake of it. Okay. So forget about it. So learn Python. Okay. You don't need to learn the complete Python. So I mean, if you have 100 topics, you should be good in 20% topics, more than enough. Understand? Okay. So then you will be able to understand like Iron Python, which is like the Revit Python. You started understanding an application, the application Python. Then that's the reason, that's what we call as an Revit API with Iron Python. So once you good in this, after having like 6 months of solid experience, then step into this. Otherwise not. Okay. So this is the journey you're supposed to start with. Okay. So I'm going to teach you exactly in this method. Okay. So who should learn now? Who should learn exactly? If you're an architectural structure guy, because even architects text me, Rajesh, I mean, what I can do, because I'm not that confident in documentation. Can I learn Dynamo? I'm just a person who develops some sort of a models since I'm an architect. Hey, why not? I hope every architect knows the tool Rhino because they create the complex structures very easily. Why do you do that in Revit? If somebody have designed something in Rhino and importing that into as a CAD document, and these guys are playing with it. Arey, can't you do that in Dynamo? Creating complex structures, creating kinetic facets, kinetic structures, and providing automation to, automate to them. So everything can be done with the help of Dynamo. You can create an entire tunnel if you just have a line, simple, we just have a curve. So which is like a 40 kilometers or 400 kilometers. Simple, just execute it. If you have a tunnel family, just tell it very clearly, like I'm have a curve and this tunnel have to be placed with in this many, the blocks. What do you call the blocks? I don't remember. I forgot it. We called with something. Okay, each block. Okay. So I need these many blocks have to be placed. And I don't know if I'm having like a 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers, like how many blocks will be placed and how many equipments I required. So why do you need to wait till the architect modeled it? Can't you count instantly? You can with the help of this. You can write a design principles. You can write a number of formulas in Dynamo, and you can do the calculations and fill it in different parameters. Okay, so that's what. And structure people, can't you place? I mean, if you have a CAD drawing, the CAD drawing been already made by someone else. So why don't you consider the data and use that as a reference to play some elements? Why do you have to do it manually again? You understand? So you can do such stuff with the help of Dynamo. And I'm there to teach you every single thing, not the scripts. I'm telling you again, I'm not teaching the scripts here. If you are expecting the scripts, and this is not the training for you guys, and I'm not such a trainer to teach you the Dynamo scripts, which are available on YouTube. Go and watch YouTube. I'm here to teach you the concepts which help you to create your own scripts without watching recorded videos of YouTube or anywhere else. Understand? So I'll teach the key concept. It's completely like a conceptual training, not a scriptural training. This is not, I don't teach any scripts. Of course, for examples, I must need like an element to show you some sort of an examples. And I must need some elements, thousands of elements to show you how it can be automated. So that examples will be fine. In that examples, see the concept, not the script. And you can't get these kind of an examples or explanations anywhere in YouTube because it's completely my own. I'm having like good amount of experience in different coding language, and I have pulled different concepts. You can't even, there few of the concepts are not existed. They're not there. They're not exist at all. It's my own concepts. Okay, so I'm going to teach you with a very complete patience until unless you understand. Is it clear? Okay. So if you're an architectural structure guy, you should be more beyond than others. So what do you mean by more beyond than others? Like if I'm an MEP guy. So whatever I cover in this like 45 hours training, uh, our duration is like a 45 hours. This 45 hours is more than enough for us. Okay. But you are an architect, you are from a geometry. So you are trying to create a parametrical stuff. Like you're trying to create an adaptive families. So you're going to place the adaptive families on a surface. Like if you have seen Zaha Hadid buildings, like they use kinetic facades. Okay, they'll open up and get in when in sun it is closed, and whenever it is in the night, like it will be open it again. So such kind of, okay. So sustainability buildings. Okay, these kind of buildings. For this, the parametrical stuff, it's really required, and conceptual buildings and kinetic facades. If you are playing with the panels, roads, bridges, traction systems, okay. If you want to play with the points, lines, curves, surfaces, solids, everything, you you have a different course. It's called dynamic geometry, and this is additional 15 hours. Okay, but you guys are like getting it for free of cost. We used to charge for this in addition, apart from the 45 hours, but you guys are getting it for free of cost from past 2 3 batches. Okay, so there's a complimentary. Okay, so you'll be benefited. Even of course, even if you are from MEP background, still you can get this dynamo geometry access. Arey Baba, why do you need? Should I? This MEP guys won't create any parametrical stuff. They don't create any conceptual buildings. They don't play with the facades. They don't play with the tunnels. If if you want to place your lighting fixtures in tunnels, who will do that, man? It needs a geometry. If you want to if you want to place a lighting poles along the road, then you must play with the geometry. If you want to play with the bridges, you must need a geometry. So the geometry, it is for everyone. But compared to that, this architects have a different thing they play with that stuff you don't play. There are some limitations even for MEP guys where you can learn some geometry there and few cannot. Okay, just forget about it. If I'm a CAD draftsman and I've recently stepped into the BIM, for you I don't suggest you to go with this. Better step into level 3. Better you step into the level 3 because learning this Revit modeling, and playing with all this, it will take some time. If you want to draw the same salary as a BIM coordinator who is having 5 6 years of experience, and you're just getting like 2 3 LP or 4 LPA. If you're a CAD draftsman, I mean, and you recently and you're planning to step into this, then don't, because we have some CAD draftsmen in our participants. Okay, we have invited few. So if you are from this CAD draftsman background, then don't step into this. Directly getting to this level 3 stage and play with the C sharp. Trust me, of course it's complicated, very very tough. C sharp is not at all an easy journey. It's very, very tough. But if you start with that, you are going to save your time. You are far beyond than others. The person who is having like 15 years of experience, 10 years of experience, and they stepped into the Dynamo and Python now. So you are going to be boss to them if you learn this. Okay. So, and of course, if you're not from CAD Draftsman, if you have a 6 months of experience in Python, then you will be into that stage. I'll show the salary ranges how it would be as well. Okay. So the resources, when it comes to the resources, like yeah, about training. So I mean, if you can't able to join the live training, I always suggest live training. I always suggest like live training because you know that magic could be there with the trainer. You shouldn't miss that rapport and the way you ask the questions, the way the trainer is interacting with you. If you are a slow learner, trust me, my target will be you. Because a fast learner can anyways understand. But if you're a slow learner, then I'll target you. I mean, until unless you understand the concept, I don't step into the next concepts at all. That's how it is. That's how the training will be. Okay. So if you still, I mean, I'm from another countries. So is there any other option for me? Yes, you can go through with the recorded videos and block my calendar for some time in the weekends and then clear your doubts. You have that patient. Okay. So every day it will be like a 2 hours and it's not disturbing your office hours. It will be like after your office hours, 8:30 to 10:30 IST. Okay. I mean, Indian Standard Timings. First 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes, if in case if you can't join at 8:30, still nothing to worry. So the first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes will be Q&A part. You can join 15 minutes late and you can leave 15 minutes prior if you don't have any questions. You can go through with the recorded. Okay. So 1.5 hours, it's my time. Sometimes it may extend, but every day we have a different concept. Trust me. Okay. And these concepts don't have any link between the previous concept. If you haven't attended today, no worries. You can happily come and join like tomorrow session. That's how we designed this training program. Okay, good. So only on weekdays and Saturday and Sunday will be off for you for your practice. I'm going to give you some sort of an assignments for you, I think, and you can do it. Okay. So 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST. If you have any more questions, you can join it. You can join at 8:15. I mean before like 15 minutes. Okay. Still we have a 14 more minutes. Let me finish everything. So geometry training videos, you're going to get an access of this. Okay. And the material what we are offering, it's more worthy. Okay. Some of them like confidential as well, but still we'll share. No worries. The certification part, and we are offering it's a LinkedIn certification, and we are paying additionally for it. Of course, it's a complimentary for you again. Okay, it will be included in your training fee because I've seen the people, the HRs, how they interview the candidates. They'll search for the certifications on LinkedIn. They have a tool called LinkedIn Recruiter and LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So there is an option called certifications. So through that certification, they filter the candidates and they are focusing only on those candidates. The way they are just giving the importance to this future. It's really like panic. You cannot select if you're not in that certification bar. So we are providing that certifications. Okay. We are providing, it's a very expensive certification. It's not like a piece of paper. Okay. So I have already explained you like I mean I think you have seen me from past 30-45 minutes. It's not me. I'm different completely. Actually I'm not feeling well since I I met with an accident yesterday, so I'm not feeling well. So I supposed to cancel today's webinar, but we have invited everyone. So um, just I directly come from an app. Okay. So when it comes to the training app builders, I'll be more friendly. Okay. So we have trained more than 750. This is a very old one. I think we crossed 900. This is an old one. When is this? This is in the May batch, 13th May. Oh, it's a 13th May. We have taken this on 13th May. We have crossed like 900 plus. Okay. So we have placed more than this is also old one. No? I don't remember the candidates, how many we placed. We crossed 200 recently. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, crossed, I think so. Okay. So in the training, like we are gonna provide like thousands of tips and tricks. So you should come with an empty stomach. You understand? Because I'll make you digest it. The way we feed the content, it will be completely like, next level. Okay. Because every, uh, every 5 minutes, you're going to get some different, do's and don'ts, what to do, what not to do. If you know like what to do and what not to do, then you will never do such mistakes. So I'm going to explain such, okay, in every concept, okay. Fine. So after this training, you are not a fresher at all. You don't need to apply for a position that I'm a Dynamo experienced guy. I'm self-learning. Not like that. You're almost equal to a person who is doing some research from past 1 year, 2 years. I'm not at all joking, seriously, because I'm having total 7 years of experience in this, and I have to feed you the complete 7 years R&D experience in just matter of 45 hours. It may extend. Okay, it may extend. This 45 hours may extend. It depends upon the participant count and depends upon the participant mindsets. If they are learning slow, the sessions would be extended. Okay, so it's not that easy to feed you everything in just 40 hours at all. Okay, so 1,000 plus hour in just 45 hours. We have increased this 45 to 50 now. It's a 45 to 50. I'm not sure. Okay, it depends. Okay, so the way you are investing, what you're investing then? Time, only the time, only the time. Okay, forget about it. Like when it comes to the knowledge and when it comes to the salary, which, okay, I mean, uh, if you just like, uh, invest some, I mean, if I ask you like, which is more important, time or money, most of you say the time only, but you guys don't really follow that. You guys really don't follow that. I've seen many people, they don't really follow this. They'll always say it's a time, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time, but they just give the importance to the money like anything. Array, you invest on yourself and let it bring more revenue for you. If you've been into this, I mean, and you started promoting yourself, you could do that, you can do this. Maybe you will get the freelancing positions. Okay, for example, if you have done like 2 or 3 freelancing works, you got your feedback. Why not? Why others, man? Even we are, I mean, most of the students of mine, they're working for me as a freelancers. Do you understand? Because like we are fully loaded with this stuff. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so we close like 9 minutes before. Now, if you have any questions, you have just 10 minutes to clear. Then I'm going to show you very important and easiest way to learn yourself. Okay, don't leave. Okay, I mean, because in next 10 times, the way the students, I mean, the way the participants ask questions, it may be stupid or it may be very advanced question. Don't get panic. Okay, so I'm here to answer every single question. Please, you have 10 minutes, guys. Anyone have any questions? Is automation has more scope than modular? Ari, uh, for example, I've recently shared like a picture on this. I mean, we have recently placed a candidate who's having like 2 years of experience, 2 years of experience with automation. Generally, if you have a 2 years of experience, what would be the salary range for a modular? No, to be frank, tell me. We just open our minds here. Okay, nothing to hide. If any 2 years modeler, I mean modeler there, like you can answer here. If you are a 2 years experienced modeler, 20K,
60,000 per month.
60,000. Which company is offering, man? Okay, very good. Anyways, okay, fine. So, anyways, maybe if you're working for different country clients, of course, they'll pay you. Sure. Okay. I'm not listening anyone here. Okay. So for 2 years experience, we are paying it's like 25 to 30. In our organization, we are like paying 25 to 30 for 2 years. But if you go with the 2 years automation guy, we recently placed a client, I mean, to one of a client, he is getting 8.4 lakhs package. 8.4 lakhs package. He just like 2 years, I mean, 2.5 years. Okay. And he had learned like, I mean, like 3-4 months before. But of course, the way he performed during the training, it was very well. And now he got selected for 8.4 lakhs. He's going to join this 26th in a client, in a client company. Okay. So that's how. Of course, I'm going to show this in our during the training. Okay. So that's the power of this automation. And trust me, without automation, even if you go for any interview, even though you're having like, for example, you just have a 8 years of experience, or I mean 8 to 10 years of experience, and you're a coordinator, senior coordinator. At the same time, there is a guy who is having like 3 years of experience, 3 to 4 years of experience with automation. Generally, if you go for any interview, they'll check the hands-on. What do you mean by hands-on? For typing, they'll check hands-on. Or I mean, if you type 19 words per minute, if a person who typed like 21 words per minute, but still the company won't select this 19, 21 only. There is just a difference of like 2 words per minute, but still it will be the same. The 21. That's how the companies looks like. Okay, they don't want to take a risk. Okay, understand. So at the same time, if you compare, I mean, generally, I mean, I faced this before. Like when I was working for a companies, when I was looking for jobs, I did the same. Understand? The companies did the same. When I was acting like a hiring partner, then I realized, okay, this is the way we generally look into it. Understand? Okay. So the 2 years automation, he's not saving like minutes. If you go for a like you have a 50 floors building, man. Let's say you have a 50 floors building. You have like a 50 floors building, and they're not typical again. They're not typical. They're not typical at all. So on every floor you have to place like 500 elements, like electrical elements, and you have a 500 like mechanical elements. You have a 500 like sprinklers, like plumbing elements, whatever. And when it comes to the lighting, different. So total in every floor you're supposed to place 2000 elements. And if they're not typical, they're exactly to be placed in the mid of the ceiling grids, not exactly like on ceilings. It has to be placed on the ceiling grids without even 1 mm difference. How long it will take? How long it will take to place every floor? Like for the 50 floors building, it will take a lot of time. Again, there will be a coordination again. So what if automation can fix everything? It'll take, for me, it'll take at least like a 15 days to fix everything. To fix everything. After that, again, RCP coordination should be there. So how does, I mean, if automation tool can understand, I mean, this element is not exactly to the center of the grid. Okay, I mean, then it will place it automatically. So why do companies hire another person again? They can fix, they can accept more projects. They don't need to hire an additional persons again. So this is what the companies are looking into. And nowadays there is no market in the Middle East. There is no market in in US, UK countries as well. Everyone are outsourcing to the India. Everyone are outsourcing to the India. We recently, we generally don't do the Revit projects. We are purely like an automation. Okay. So we train the people who are very new to this Revit and will enter the automation and we'll use them for our projects. This is how it is. It's a purely automation company. So we have given like 4 to 5 projects last month itself, in the month of December and January both. Okay, so 4 to 5 they are very major projects and from different countries. So this is how the market is. Understand? So you guys have to be more active and be you have to upskill yourself. Of course, it will definitely bring you. I mean, a knowledge will be with you, and it will bring you more financial. It will give you more financial opportunities as well. Seriously, it's not like shifting from um, it's not shifting from like BIM modeler to the senior BIM modeler. They will offer you hike of 5%, 2%, or 10%. Arey Baba, you are going to get like 40 to 70% of hike if you are into this automation. Do you understand? That's a power of go and talk to any guy on LinkedIn. It's not simple. We are about to close. Hmm. There are, if I type Revit API, Revit, and I'm sorry, if I type Revit and API, there are 5,100 people who knows like Revit API. Understand Revit API, the 5,000 people are there. Go and text anyone. Just whenever you're free time. Tomorrow, anyways, it's a free day. Like you just click on connect, at least one connection, or you have a limit of like sending connections to 100 people. Send connections to 100 people and just cross check with them. What is your salary range and how many years of experience do you have? Simple. You're coming to know that. And just cross check your salary packages with their salary package. And Revit and Dynamo. Revit and Dynamo. Let's say Revit and Dynamo. Okay, let's say Dynamo. 38,000. 38,000. 30,000 people are there. If I ask like Revit API with the different keywords, I may get more people. 5,800. Earlier it was like 5,100 something. No, 5,800. Okay, so text these people and cross check your like packages what you're getting and compare like 8 years experience with an automation, 6 years of experience with an automation, like 4 years of experience with automation. You'll realize it. I mean, if I show, it looks like a marketing technique. So I'm trying to, it looks like I'm promoting this course to get an admission. You understand? No, seriously. Okay. So step into your, just look forward into your career, guys. Just upskill. Okay. It's nothing. It's very simple. The way if you cross check the outcome, the financial outcome with the financial income with your this investment, it looks like very small. Seriously, I'm telling you. Okay. So, and well, it's 9:30. Let me, can you share the country who doing what? I have shared a list of companies actually. I mean, companies, companies with automation, companies work on automation. Oh, let me show you. So what's wrong in it? Okay, see, these are the companies. WME, William Hurt Group, Intech Infra, WME Ramble, Neilsoft, Covey, Mott McDonald, Tezzy, Cadvitex, Encircle Tech, Arcadis, Jacobs. In every company, our students are there. In every company, our students are there. Okay, Sistra, Design Solutions. Okay, Cloud Technologies. You can go through it. Last L&T, most of them are even our clients. Okay, ACOM, DER. Okay, and this is just list of. How many companies listed there? They're just like 123. We just pick randomly. Okay, it's not the complete list. I'm going to release the complete list on WhatsApp group maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I supposed to release it already, but since I'm completely on sleep from the morning, I mean till yesterday itself, that's the reason. Actually, the training supposed to start from Monday. Due to this, I'm not able to take this training from Monday actually. So maybe there will be two more days delay. Okay. So if any students been enrolled for the training and in this demo lecture, and please accept this. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna text you personally with all the details. Okay. Clear. So fine. Let's make this into a workshop now. So far, like it's a career path. From now on, like it's going to be, uh, it's like your learning journey. Okay. So this is the workspace, guys. To be frank, this is the workspace. This is the entire, it's a workspace, and this is the place where we search for the scripts. Where I've told you like 2 lakh scripts. Okay, so the way I ask it, it gives me that. The way I ask it gives me that. Okay, I don't want to use this, the default one. I'll use another one. So if I want to create, let's say, parameters, let's say sheets, where the very old one, sheets.create. Sheets.create. Okay, say sheets create. If I connect the title block type, if I connect the sheet names and sheet numbers and the ratio of it, I mean the placeholders of it, then it will create the sheets for you. Or if I want to create the worksets create. See worksets. If I connect the workset names to it, then it will create the worksets for you. Okay, if I want to cross check what are the elements at that particular workset, I'll simply connect this workset to workset. Okay, the tip you have to understand here, in every node we have inputs and outputs. In every node we have an input and output. If I break this into the two parts, if I break this into the two parts, if I break this into the two parts, the left hand side input and right hand side output. Here it's an input and this is an output. Input and output. Okay, so you have to cross check that. You have to find the nodes based on the output what you're getting here. Okay, so the output, it is returning you, it's a work sets, and the input which is expecting the work set only. Input that is expecting work set only. So when I can simply connect this work set to work set, because it is throwing you the work set and this is catching the work set. So both works fine. Both will accept. Understand? So this is the logic behind it. So you just have to cross check the output is exactly matching with the input or not. Okay, fine. Well, so let me create more. Let's say a wall. No, if I want to create a view templates. Okay, so I can see that. Is there any set view template? Okay, so it is asking, I have some views and can you assign some view templates to it? So this is sort of like a documentation, and these are very basic notes I'm explaining you. The very basic notes I'm explaining you. And if I place all this, if you understand the inputs, you're almost like 30% confident on. If you're understanding the inputs, you're 30% confident. If you're connecting the exact nodes to it, you're 45% confident on it. Do you understand? If you are able to fix, if the inputs, I mean the connections what you have connected, you realize that this is a wrong connection and you're able to troubleshoot it, you're 60% confident on it. So this is the way every step, like in our training, it will be completely like spoon feeding, really like a spoon feeding. Seriously, I'm telling you, just spoon feeding. Okay, so I'll be very slow and and you can easily understand my slang, I mean accent. Okay, and when it comes to questions, I mean, if you're not happy with the first example, you didn't understand, I'll give you another example. I'll give you another example. Till then, I'm keep on giving you examples. Okay, fine. So let me step into this. Since, array, Baba. Okay, fine. Let me ask. I have given you some sort of tasks actually. Okay, let me ask anyways here. Act as a Dynamo expert. Dynamo expert. Okay. Can you help me with some basic scripts with Dynamo scripts with Revit Dynamo scripts for my practice as I am a beginner to Dynamo. Okay, so let me ask. Of course, I would be happy to help you some. Okay. So it will not give you that here. No, let me control shift in, or else I have to take this custom instructions out instead of logging and logging out. Let me note it down somewhere. Delete, save, new chat, new chat. Let me ask now. It's giving you, oh my goodness, it's giving me the scripts. Okay, direct scripts. Just, I'll change the question. I'll change the prompt. Instead of scripting, I'll ask Dynamo graph, Dynamo graphs, Dynamo graphs titles. Only titles. Let's give me titles. That's giving me parameter, adjustment graph, geometry, creation, okay, exploration, family instance, placement automation, data extraction, okay, room and area tagging automation, dimension control prototype. So if I want to more precise, I'll just ask for these are very basic when we generally start. Okay. Uh, if I'm titles, if I'm a film coordinator, automated class detection report, parameter standardization and cleanup, model element renaming tool, okay, and automated sheet creation and indexing, family text wrapping for standardization, room area data extraction and reporting to all the elements. Okay, so these are the questions. It just give you 100. If I ask very clearly instead of some, if I'm asking like 50, it'll give you 50 tasks. It's giving you the 50 tasks and the titles only. If I ask for 100, it'll give you 100. If I ask for 200, it'll give you 200. Okay, so that's how it is. Automate room naming, batch update sheet numbers, parameter mapping for element standards. Let's say only for the first few, like Control C. I'll just keep it somewhere here. I'll use Notepad. I'll just use Notepad here. Oh, let me copy everything. Okay, let me Control X. I'll use my custom instructions again. Based on these custom instructions, the way it returns the output, guys. That is the reason it didn't give me the previous one before. Okay. Now I'll ask this. This is the way, if you really wish to start something, um, the way how you ask, like act as a Dynamo expert, act as a Dynamo expert. Let's say Revit Dynamo expert. Can you explain the task? Can you write a Dynamo graph to the task? Automate room naming. Just let me copy and paste that here and hit enter. Let, why it is giving me the code. Okay, after that I have to create something. I have to create a new chat because there is an option called here enable for new chats. Okay, it won't accept that. Let me write this. Now it is explaining you in terms of like a Dynamo guide. In terms of like a Dynamo guide. Okay, what it is exactly saying. Certainly to automate room naming in Revit using Dynamo, we can create a Dynamo graph. Here is a step-by-step guide along with the Dynamo workflow. Okay, so first one it is get all rooms. There is a node called all elements of category. Is it? Let me control C. Okay, I'll just use in Dynamo. Let's say control paste all elements of category. There is a node. Good. So sort rooms by level. Function retrieves all the room elements in the Revit project. So all elements of a category. So what it exactly did? Function in the sense retrieves all room elements in the Revit project. Oh, is that fine? Understood. So, but how? Sort rooms by level. There is a node called list dot sort by key. Is it? Paste it. Yes, I'm having some. Okay, sorts the rooms based on their associated levels. Oh, is it? Okay. Fine. What should I connect now? String concatenate. Is it? Control C. Right click, paste it. See, we don't have. So this is having some bugs again. But if you are confident, I mean, if you have a proper like understand, like I mean, if you able to understand no chat GPT, I mean, if you're saying exactly no chat GPT, there is no string dot concatenate node. There are no such nodes with string dot concatenate. Okay, if anybody in future asks you, just don't use the string dot concatenate. I mean, you are training the model again for your sake, for sake of yours. Okay, so you are training the model again, so you can train it. Okay, it's called prompt engineering. Fine. So combines relevant parameters to create a room name. So that is expecting like a room number, room type, and level parameter abbreviated definite. So if I'm having any questions, I can ask ChatGPT, can you explain the third topic? Third point. Can you explain the third point here? So it'll give you in depth. Okay. So what does it? Let's element dot set parameter by name. First, let me see element dot set parameter by name. Okay, I'm having something here. Okay, very good. So it has helped you with 1, 2, 3, 4 set of nodes. Of course, even there is a bug, but still just count it as like it is trying to help you something. Okay. So automate room naming to automate the complete rooms. Of course, you need, these are the main nodes, but it is not giving you the exact processor to follow. At least it is saving your time. It's helping you to give you some logic. If you don't have a logic, it's very hard to get. But if you have a logic, I mean, if somebody who is sitting next to you who has given some idea, hey, do like this, do like that, that's more than enough. So why you have to ask someone if there is a I mean, if there is a tool which helps you in every scenario. So if I'm asking, see, it's giving you the workflow table, all elements of category, what exactly works. It has a category and rooms information. So it has a category information. So you have to connect the rooms and output. It's going to be room. See output in the sense here, it is going to give you the room. Okay. So list out sort by key and you have to connect the levels. You have to connect the levels to this. Then sorted rooms. Okay. If you will be getting like a sorted rooms. If you do this exactly, let's say categories. So this is, no one will explain you all this. I mean, even any tool will not help you. But if you have done some course and you were able to understand something, then it will be very easy. Do you understand? So when I connect this list, and what do you mean by levels? It is levels. It is just like a levels. When I connect this to this, I'll ask to be connected with the level element dot level. Okay, it didn't give you that, but if you connect like current document, okay, it's not giving you the sort by case, the sorted list, or else you can ask something. See, it's not working in that case. Like let's say, I'll connect this case with this, and I'll write a string, and I'll connect the level. Is this working? Is the schedule level? What about the room parameters? When I just click on the room, so when I select, is this a room? Yeah. Room have a level parameter. Room have a level parameter. So what I exactly do? Sort by query. Let's say I'll use like sort by. Oh, we are not using this. Sort by function. This is an old one. I thought this is this. Start case, and when I connect this to this, sort by function. If I'm asking for relevant.level, it's not working. And if it cannot get parameter value by name and level. See, there is no link between this and this. Okay. When I connect this to this, now it will be giving you like these are based on the rooms. These are based on the rows. How do I come to know that? Let's say group by function. Let me connect the same to this. You will be coming to know that how it exactly works. See, all this rooms from the different level, and this from the different level. These two rooms are from the different level, and these rooms are from the different levels. Understand? So sort by function. This is what we need exactly. So it has given the all elements of category, but it's not giving you what it has to be connected with. So it has given you like list.sort by key. That is a bug. We used to use that sort by key before. We used to have a dictionary notes, but now they are lists completely. So instead of a sort by key, it is a sort by function. It's a sort by function now. Okay. So string.concatenate, we used to use this because the ChatGPT 3.5 is outdated. Like it will give you the text which is before 2021, not after the 2021. Do you understand? Okay. So if you are a updated user, I mean, if you are a premium user of ChatGPT, it will give you the updated one. Or else you have to tell the ChatGPT to use this, not to use that. Understand? Okay. So how do you exactly ask it? I mean, we are going to give you, we are going to write a lot of custom instructions here. We're going to write a lot of custom instructions here, and that will help you, will not, will not give you any wrong notes. It will directly give you the straight functions itself. Okay. So that is how it is. Let me go and ask for the another one. I have to show you, right, whether they are correct or not. Control C, Control V. Let me connect this elements. Then you can see all the zero list elements are level 1 elements. And all the first list, they are like a level 2 elements. These two elements don't have any levels. Okay. So these are the level 3 elements. That is how it's segregated. But if you check these elements here, in the level 1, you have some of in between, you may see level 2 elements. And after that, you see again level 1 elements. Again, you see level 2 and no level elements and level 3 elements. After the level 3, again, you have a level 1. They are not in an order. But by using this, we have ordered it. So we have grouped it, all the level 1s in one element, all the level 2 in another element. I mean, in another list. That's how. Do you understand? Okay. Now, if I want to play with the elements, I can simply, that is the purpose of this script. Okay. Then of course, automated room naming, then you have to get the room names. Okay. If I say name, I'll get the room names. I have to add a titles or -01, -02 next to it. let's say add. This is what string.concatenate, as it said, string.concatenate. Concatenation in the sense adding. So I'll say add this. But how many numbers I exactly need? So list.count, this entire thing, list.count, it's a 4. Use levels. Now it's saying in the first list, I'm having 28 items. In the first list, I'm having like 28 items. Is it? In the 0 list, see 28. 27 plus 0, 28. In the first list, I have 26. See 25 plus 0, 26. So in this, I have only 2. And in the next one, 22. Perfect. If I'm asking like one double dot X, I'll connect this. It's giving me the list of numbers. So when I connect this to this, see CHPH stock 1, I2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is added. I want to add a hyphen next to it. Then before and after. This. Now I can see. Now I can add. This is what like a room numbering. So for every, as per the levels which is assigning the room. Now I can write more conditions. If it is a hall, then I have to name all the halls like a 13 only, not 14, 15, 16, not like that. In that case, you have to write a conditions different. Okay. So this, the first one is done. Is there any link between this and this? But of course, we used everything, every node. But if I'm not happy with this, I can regenerate this answer. Now it will give you another set of element.get parameter. So it is asking me to get all the rooms first, and then room number, and then purpose of it. This is like 40 to 50% correct, but you can't completely, rely on this. It will help you to give you the logic, and it will help you to, provide you some sort of node names, not in full. Okay. But when it comes to the coding, it's of course accurate, very accurate. Okay. But in the before you start a journey with Dynamo, better go with take help of these tools. I'll say parameter mapping and coordination link models. Create floor plans from 3D views. Control C. Present. Can we create floor plans for every three something? Let me ask again. I'll change the title here. Control V. See, it's giving you total how many nodes you generally required, all elements of category to get all. What is this actually? Create floor plans from 3D views. Oh, if you have any 3D views, how many 3D views you have? You have to create that many floors. Okay, all elements of category, all the floors. Okay, this is not a floor actually. It's supposed to get a view. List.filter by Boolean mask, very important node. Yes, it helps you in the script. List.group by key. Yes, it works. Not required. This is required. View plan.cropbox. There is no such a node. There is no such a node. Okay, view.sheet from you. Yes, we have. So some of them are correct. We don't say completely rely on those. It's like a bug free. I'm sorry. It has some bugs. To make it bug free, of course, you have to ask. You have to write more questions here. Okay, you have to edit. Remember to use that. Don't give me a list or sort by key. Just replace it with something else. You have to write more instructions to it. So I don't teach you everything, all this in the training program, because our main focus, because this is for you. If you want to start your career into this automation, understand? Okay. But for my case, you don't need a chat GPT. I am your assistant till end of the training. Okay. You can directly ask me. Okay. So, well, if I ask this, if I check, yeah, it works fine. But if I go with update room data from an Excel, let me change it again. It'll give you for sure. File path, correct. Excel read from file. This is an old one. Now that is an import Excel. you can confidently say that this is a old one. Excel.read from file node is a very old node. I mean, in Dynamo we have a different generations, so this is the old generation node. Okay, so list.transpose element.room correct. Yes, 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 everything are correct except this. I mean, they have changed the file name. That's it. It is not read from file. It is import Excel. Simple. Okay. So you can take on help of this, or else you can ask, can you help me? Uh, can you help me in understanding how to connect the connections from and to? I have to ask exactly like from and to. See, it's clearly saying that connect element.room to list.filter by boolean mask. Click on the output node of the element.room node. Drag the connection to the input part of the list.filter by boolean mask. This is clearly giving you, if you ask like from and to, can you help me with where should I connect? If you're not aware of this, it will help you. But of course, there are some bugs. But if you are confident in a direction of a training, and you need, I mean, whatever the company asked you, you can easily create it for you, for yourself, and you can create it for your company as well. Do you understand? And I'm promising you guys, you are going to rock this automation show forever, and it is my promise. If you really don't believe, go and see BIM reviews. BIM reviews. I don't work for like this, because whatever you are paying me for, this is a recent batch reviews. Okay. So how it exactly, your training sessions are very, and videos are very well explained and practically the best training ever had. Okay. Very highly talented BIM automation expert. And you will almost like see, this is not paid reviews or nothing. You may see most of the people who knows you. Okay. So Mamata Sharma from Jacobs. Okay, she's an electrical thing. Okay, Riley from different Fibron Society. So from every person, from every student, we expect a positive feedback. It's not at all, it's not at all cause cost for money at all. Okay, so when we place you in any companies with the highest paid, the companies will pay us again. That's a huge amount for us. That is the reason we are still fighting to maintain the quality of the training. Still, even I'm not enough. I mean, I feel this is not enough to teach. I need more. I need more better examples. We'll keep on changing the examples for batch to batch. Do you understand? Will be more, uh, you know, more impressive like that. Okay, clear. So, uh, people who are interested to join the training, it's going to be start from uh, Monday. Okay, but in case if I recover like by Monday, I'm gonna take this training. If not, there will be a delay for like 1 more 2 days. Okay, so if anyone interested, please text me on my WhatsApp. Okay, so that I can share you the fee structure and the course structure, how it's going to be and everything. Okay, clear? Clear, everyone? So I'm done. As planned, it's 90 minutes. If you guys have any questions, you may stay and clear your doubts. And if anyone wants to leave, you guys can leave. Clear? Clear, everyone? So anyone have any questions here? So what is the
Yeah.
first, yeah, Shweta, come on.
The thing is, let's say in a family we have a default origin point. We have set it in a top left or something, or center to center. But through the Dynamo, if I want to change a origin point, like is it possible to change the origin point through the Dynamo thing, or do you have any logic for that?
You can write a logic here. For example, let's consider this is a square family. It's a square family. It's a diffuser, Shweta. Okay. So actually
Okay.
the point supposed to be here, but at the time of the person who designed this diffuser, they place the point here. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, in case if
Yeah.
you are, and if you have a ceiling like this, and if you have a like ceiling like this, when you're trying to place this diffuser in the mid of it, instead of considering this point here, it will be placed here. It will be placed here. Like the element looks like this. Got it? Got
Yeah.
it? Okay, in such
Yeah, I got.
cases, in such cases, you have to add the difference, the diffuser difference. Like 50. If it is like a 150 to 150, let's add 755. First you will get all the points of the grids, the center of the grids, and then you will add 75 to it. Simple. You will add 75 to it. For example, let me show you. Point dot by coordinates. Point dot by coordinates. And this coordinate point is like a 0, 0, 0. That coordinate is this 0, 0, 0. But actually, as per the family, it is here. So there is a difference of 75, either on the X side or on the Y side. So how do you do that? Let's say point dot add. I want to add a point. So I'll connect the point to this, and it is asking for vector dot by coordinates and I'll say I'll add a slider and I'll change the value to 75 and connect this to this. And now I can see the point like 0. Did you see that? Now there is a change. So if you have a number of points, whenever you connect this, the Y value will be added 75 to every single point. Now it will be exactly to the mid of it, either in minus X. If it is a minus X, it's minus X. So it's a minus 75 now. Is it clear? Or else you have a family editor. You have a Dynamo, like how in the manage, like we have a Dynamo here. Even when you enter into the family, you have an edit. You have a Dynamo in the family editor as well. Clear? So you can open there and you can fix it. Is it clear?
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, it's clear.
Good.
And one more thing also, let's say in a family, I have added a model text in the top of the fixture in
Mm.
a table or some other fixture. But when I try to load it into a project, but from there I couldn't able to stitch the data of a model text or a model lines, whatever I used in a families. I don't
Mm.
know. I'm just getting in this error. Is it possible to get it the model text or model line?
Why not? You can easily get it. Let me show you some Dynamo presentation, which for sales, they have created a presentation. Presentation for sales. Let me type presentation for sales. I have a presentation here. As to have. Yes, that is possible. That's really possible. Generally, there is a logic called Bayre bounds. Okay, so what it exactly, it'll look to find nearest one. You got it? So it will find the nearest element what exactly you're in. For example, where it helps you, this is a ceiling, and we have placed the lighting fixtures, Shweta. Okay, so we have placed the ceiling fixtures to this, but unfortunately, due to some changes, architecture changes, the architecture guy changed the ceiling to like 50 like up or down. They changed it, and now these become often now. By using this by-ray bounds, I can find the nearest ceiling and these elements can be attached directly to it. So you don't need to find and attach, do it manually. No need. Even the same scenario for the walls as well. If this is a wall and you have placed some electrical fixture, if the wall has been moved to some other area, this will be directly attached to this by using find nearest. Is it clear? So this will help you if you have a tray and you have a tray size it's like 150 into 50 150 into 50. So this text have to be added to this cable tray. So by using this node, it will extract the text and it will set that value into the particular parameter. So that is possible. Okay, clear? But you have to write many
Yeah.
conditions to do that. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Any other?
And we've tried the model text in a project. I need to print a model text in a project, and I tried the possibility through the sketch plane, but I couldn't print the model text in a project.
No, that is possible. It is with the help of Python, Shweta. Okay, it will be with the Python. Because we don't have a place. For example, if I type and if I type model text, see, we don't have any nodes. Got it? We don't have any nodes to play with the model text. We generally don't have, but you can do this with the help of the Python. Clear? Clear? Great. So any other questions? Anyone? Any other questions from anyone? Could you please give some
Mustafa.
idea on this changing type, name, or
Yeah,
families?
actually,
Yeah, Mustafa, come
hello.
on. Yeah, come on, come on.
Yeah, I have a problem. Usually in the way we will get like track model in Civil 3D, right? So we will get a 3D polygon from track,
For Civil
and
3D.
by yeah, we will get
See,
track model
yes,
as a 3D poly string. So my objective is to find the chain age value from that track, and I need to place an element. So is
huh,
it
that is possible.
possible for
Yeah.
like from imported CAD can we read the chain edges
Yes, that is
like
possible.
from
We
certain
have,
distance from start to end?
yes, we
Okay,
have,
okay.
that is possible, like uh, CAD curves from CAD layers. So we have a node called, see, when you connect the CAD file, when you connect the CAD file,
Mhm.
select model element, I'm sorry, select model element, select model element. Okay, I don't have any CAD file, no? Let me load it and show you. How it exactly, let's say insert, let's say link CAD on desktop. I link any just basic ducting one. I just linked a ducting one and I'll select the model element. I just select the CAD. See, do you see that? I can see the complete CAD
Yeah,
lines now.
yes, yes.
Got it? But now if I want to see only the ducts,
Yeah.
so what I generally do, I'll select this and I'll set query. So where is the CAD file? Let me turn off everything. Query. What is this layer? HVAC duct. If I want to see only that particular, if I want to see the only the particular layer, see, now I can see only the ducts. Got it? I don't see any grids or
Yeah.
nothing. So this is I mean, now I can fetch more information and it will give you the curves of it, and I can convert that curves into the poly curves, or else, I mean, if I would like to see in detail, I want to understand this and I want to draw the duct. So that would be possible. That's possible. You can do that.
So you can measure along the curves.
Yeah. I was you can do that.
Yeah.
Right. Nice question. Anyone have any questions? I'll be here for 5 more minutes. Anyone have any questions? Changing type name or families which is placed inside the subfolders can be done without using Python script. Yes, I think we already have a node for this. Rename families, rename, rename files. Is this going to be this node will use an identifier to pick out files from a supplied directory to rename files to a name supplied. Yes, see, we have a node here directly. You can simply change the family names. Clear? That is possible, Harshini. Good. Any other? Last question, is it possible to extract file? Extract file size means, do you want to compress or what? Extract, I mean, to the file size info. I mean, how much is the file size? Is it? How much is the file size? Is that what you're asking for? File size number. You can extract it. There is a active document dot file size. We have a straight away node. See, we have direct straight away node itself. It's taking some time. I mean, which is reading the complete data. So once it is loaded, it'll show you like what is this file size of it. Good. And any other family type name, or if your family is not a family name, not a family name. Family type name. You can change it, man, but not. But family types generally it would be in the Revit itself, right? The family type cannot be in another family again there. So inside a family you have a different types, of course, but they are not a different families. True. So if there is a family type, yeah, you can see that. See, it's a family size. It's a file size, and rename family. See, rename family type. Do you see that? Do you see this? Control C, Control C. Rename family, and Control V, rename family type. You have both. When you connect a family instance and the new name, and the family instance with the old name and new name, that can be done. Can attend the coming batch for refresh. Can attend the coming batch for refresh. Yes, you can run. If you are an existing student, you can come and attend. No problem. So may I know that node from which package. So this is data shapes. That is from data shapes. Shweta. Okay, good. So training session common for all the disciplines. Yeah, it's common. It's really it's completely common. There are no different trainings where like architecture, structure, MEP. Because to explain the concept, uh, whatever discipline you are, either from architecture or structure or MEP or doesn't matter. I need a concept. I need an element to explain the concept, whatever it is. I mean, if you ask me to explain a concept on the electrical element, I'll take that as an electrical example. If you want me to teach a concept on architectural example, I'll take the architectural example. Okay. So the Dynamo is common for civil 3D or any other applications, because I don't teach application specific. It is a visual programming. What I'm teaching, it's a visual programming. Okay. So it can be very easy, to be frank. Very, very easy Dynamo. It's not that uh, tough one. Okay. Good. So any other questions? Is it possible to create a chessboard using Dynamo script without Python? Yes, very easy. Even I like chess. It's very easy. It's like a matter of, if you have the square, and how many grids that you exactly say, like for example, let's create one now. If you have a time, hmm, rectangle, rectangle by width and length by width length. Okay, let me remove this. Let me remove this and then change. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just give like total 16 grids. No, let's say 16. 16. That's 16. Let's make it into 2 by 2. Or else I can make it 8. How many, how many chess grids would be there for 16 or 8? Huh? Who was this? Harshini. Let's make it 16 for now. Okay. Well, what is that? Mm, I know, it's 16. I'm just give me a minute. What is that node name? Suddenly I forgot. That's for to play with that concept. X. I forgot that, man. How did I forget this node? My frequently used node. What is that? To create. Oh my goodness! Seriously, stupid you are. In the geometry, surfaces, surface, isolant, idiot. Isolant, the CAD process. This is okay. Surface dot by patch. I'll just connect that here. Now I'm having like surface. So when I connect the surface, and ISO direction will be like 0, and the parameter create from 1 to 16. I'm sorry, 0 to 1. Total 16 bits. So when I connect this, I'll create it. Control C, Control V. This time I'll change to 1. Ready? Is it clear now? So now I have to remove the surfaces where I need the gray one here, but I don't need that here. I need here, I don't need this. I need this, I don't need this. To write that, you have to break, the surfaces into the parts, and then you have to remove it. That's easy. Okay. I hope you understand the logic. Okay. Good. So can you explain if it's going to be an extension to Revit or how we are going to connect it with Revit? Are whatever you do exactly doing its daily routine. Okay, so it exactly do your work. Okay, for example, what do you generally do, Yusuf? What do you generally do in your daily routine? Come on, unmute your mic since you are an architect. What do you generally do in your daily routine? Unmute your mic.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, hi Rehma, tell me.
Hi.
Good, good. What is your daily
Okay,
routine?
so I'm a BIM architect, so
Mm.
just working. And my routine going to work. Uh,
Mm.
is that any specific thing that I'm supposed to explain or?
No, I'm just asking what kind of a tasks that you generally do in your daily routine. If you cannot
Okay.
explain, if you cannot
You mean
explain,
in my work? Uh-huh.
yes, in your work. Okay, if you cannot
Okay,
explain,
so
it can do everything. Whatever you do in your daily routine, morning, what do you do exactly? 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, whatever you're doing, it'll do everything for you. Simple. Clear?
okay, sure, yeah.
The same Arjun that I have explained you now, right? Like how do we assign? How did you assign like 75 for Shweta's first question? So it's the same thing. Even you can change that pointer by coordinates from internal horizon to this any reference point. Okay, so the same. First you have to fetch the particular. First you have to fetch the point coordinates point, and then add whatever the element, whatever the difference it is added. Then use set location. There is a node called set location, element dot set location. So you have to connect the particular element, and you have to connect that point information, the new point, simple. It will shift the complete thing into it. Okay, that's it. Oh, and it is lengthy processor. I cannot explain it now. Okay, good. Well, any other questions? So If no questions, shall we take
Um,
a leave? Yeah.
a last question.
Yeah, sure.
Miss, whatever the notes you are creating, the answers, all the answers are existing in a screen, right? Like preview option.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
how to set it up? Put up that background.
No, no. Come again. Come again. I'm so sorry.
Let's say now you're drawing a rectangle. So to view that rectangle, now it's visible in your screen, right?
Hmm.
But
But in
in mine, it's not existing.
simple. Just go to the view and background 3D preview, show grid. Turn it off. View,
Okay.
background 3D preview, show grid. Simple. Clear?
Yeah, yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Good. So any other questions? Anyone? Guys, this is a general regular timings like 8:30 to 10:30. Okay, it will not affect your work hours at all. Okay. So if you are interested in this training program, trust me, you are going to enjoy the training like anything. And it's my promise. Okay. So if anyone interested, then text me on my WhatsApp. Okay. Clear? Or else just text it in the group as well. That would be fine. Clear? Clear, everyone? So shall I take a leave then? Everyone, shall I take a leave? Great. Thank you. Let's see you in training again. Bye. See you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ashim. Thank you, Shweta.